Hey, welcome to our episode of Whiskey Wednesday with me, Chad of Chad's Beer Reviews. So we got kind of a theme going tonight. These are two little sampler bottles that I found at my local liquor store, like right down the road from me. So first up, we got Kentucky Coffee Whiskey, 33 ABV, 66 proof. I've never seen a booze that low. Usually like 80 proof is the lowest. And it says, it's what the cowboys drank. So anyway, next one is Devils River Coffee Bourbon. Now this one is 40 ABV, 80 proof, and they are out of San Antonio, Texas. It doesn't really say anything else about it on there. All right, so I got the our spirits in the little taster glasses. Can you guess which one is which? So the lighter color one is the Kentucky Coffee. The darker one is the Devils River. All right, let's start with the Kentucky Coffee. All right, well, it does smell like coffee. It smells very sweet. Actually, I would say it's not so much that it smells like coffee. To me, it smells more like if you've ever been to like Dunkin' Donuts and like have those syrups that they squirt into the iced coffee or whatever. Yeah, I get like a lot of caramel or toffee on this one. I get, some clean booze in the nose, slightly, Band-Aid or whatever. I'm trying to like pick up like the actual base whiskey in there. Like, I mean, there's definitely vanilla, but it's hard to tell like what's the actual like natural vanilla from the barrel or what's the, confectionery natural flavors added. Also, it does smell pretty nice. All right, so let's give the Devil's River a try. Okay, now this one smells like actual legit coffee. This smells actually kind of smells more like iced coffee. But yeah, I can smell like freshly roasted coffee beans in here. It doesn't just smell like syrupy extract. And I will say, like, even though this one is the 80 proof, this one has like a lighter, alcohol intensity in the nose. But I will say, like, I don't really get much in the way of, like, barrel character in this one. I really don't get much in the way of woodiness or vanilla. I just get, I mean, well, okay, maybe a little. I mean, this smells like American bourbon plus that coffee character, whereas the Kentucky smells like almost like a straight up liqueur. I mean, I guess technically these are, so. All right, let's start with the Kentucky Coffee. Cheers. Yeah, that is like it tastes exactly like it smells. It's kind of like alcoholic syrup. So I guess you probably could call this a liqueur. Although, I mean, it has like the body and mouthfeel of like an actual whiskey, which is what it is. Yeah, so very sweet. I mean, you don't tend to get whiskey that's sweet, They might have like a rich, like kind of vanilla flavor from the barrel character, but yeah, this tastes very sugary. Kind of syrupy tasting. And I will say, like I said on the nose, like it doesn't really taste like coffee. It tastes like the syrup that you would add to your coffee at Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. I get like a kind of toffee almond or toffee walnut on here too. It's kind of has almost like a nutty kind of flavor. I mean, I'll say I like it. It's a pretty tasty beer or whiskey, I should say. And it's only 33, ABV, 66 proof, so it's like not quite intense as far as like the actual booziness of it. So it's very smooth. You might have noticed that I took my first sip and I didn't cough afterwards like I normally do. All right, so let's see what the Devil's River is all about. Cheers. That's kind of the opposite of the nose. Because the nose, I was like, this smells like legit coffee, but the taste is just kind of like a sloppy bourbon, I think is what I want to say. Yeah, this has I didn't notice the alcohol in the nose, but this has like kind of like a burning, very fusel alcohol kind of sensation. Really clears up the sinuses. The coffee doesn't really come through on the taste nearly as much as it does on the aroma. So it has like, to me, it has like that kind of like jalapeno kind of sensation. This one's not sweet though. the Kentucky coffee is like, this is like drinking syrup. This is like drinking, it's definitely like drinking a bourbon, I guess, but it's like this kind of odd combination of flavors. Yeah, I get a little bit of like cleaning chemical kind of thing going. I don't really get coffee. It has kind of like a scorched sugar kind of thing, maybe like a brown sugar kind of thing. But it's like, again, it's not like really sweet. So I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, both these are flawed for different reasons. Like this one's like way too sweet. This one's not nearly sweet enough. And this one doesn't really taste, well, I would say like neither of them taste like coffee. This one tastes like syrup. This one tastes like scorched brown sugar or something. And the Devil's River is very, well, I'll say it's pretty warming. Neither, like, my throat is definitely warm right now, although I am drinking both back to back. But yeah, that Devil's River like really lingers. As far as the body and mouthfeel, the Kentucky coffee is definitely lighter. But neither of these are like noticeably thick, like the way like a Bailey's Irish Cream would be or something like that. Yeah, that Kentucky coffee, that is really light, very smooth, I will say. It is only 66 proof, so it's lighter. It's definitely lighter alcohol, so that might explain a lot right there. The Devil's River definitely has a bit more body to it. I don't know if I'd probably call this one medium light to medium, and this is more of like a medium full. Like it definitely has like a bit of a chewiness to it. Actually, now that I'm like it's warming up, I am actually getting like I would say like it's not that it tastes like coffee up front. It kind of like leaves like a coffee, black coffee, or kind of like a coffee with like a French vanilla or hazelnut kind of creamer aftertaste. But yeah, aside from being pretty warming and clearing the sinuses, I would say this one is otherwise smooth for whatever that means. So I don't know, I have my criticisms of each of these for different reasons. Like I said, this one's kind of fall tasting, very sweet, but it is really smooth. It's easy to drink, which I guess is probably the whole point. And this one is like a little bit more like authentic bourbon with kind of a coffee flavor, whereas this one just is a straight up liqueur. So I don't know. Actually, you know what might be fun would be to mix these with Coke and see what happens. So I've never done a mixer on the show, so first time ever for everything. I'll be right back. All right, so I have a 2 liter of Coke in the fridge, and I just topped off my little sampler cups here with Coke, so let's see what's going on here. This reminds me of that coffee-flavored Coke that Coke put out last year or 2 years ago. I actually really like that. I haven't seen it in a long time, so maybe they stopped making it. But I would say, yeah, the Kentucky coffee whiskey plus Coke is a really tasty combo. I don't get any alcohol in this whatsoever. So it's just like drinking soda. I see what the Devil's River is about. This one is definitely more obscured by the Coke. I think there was more in the glass, oddly enough. And again, like I'm not really getting coffee flavor on here. I am just kind of getting like that kind of scorched coffee, slight kind of jalapeno kind of sensation. Thumbs up for the Kentucky coffee and thumbs down for the Devil's River. I think that's the first thumbs down I've given all year, so take that for what it's worth. Anyway, I'm rambling. If you watch all the way to the end, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. Check me out for Chad's Beer Reviews. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.